Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there was a boy named Ayan, who hid his true self behind a mask. He felt like he wasn't good enough, and was afraid of being different or rejected by others. So he wore a mask to hide his unique qualities. It made him feel accepted, but also empty inside because he wasn't being himself. He played a role to fit in, but it was a hollow existence. One day, a new girl named Sarah joined Ayan's class. She noticed that Ayan always seemed distant and wondered why. One day she saw him drop his mask, and the real Ayan peeked through. Curious, she approached him and asked, "What's under the mask?" Ayan, startled, quickly put the mask back on and replied, "Nothing special." But Sarah wasn't convinced. As days went by, Sarah noticed Ayan's kind eyes and how he helped others despite his own struggles. She understood that he was hiding something important. One day, when they were alone, Sarah asked Ayan again, "Why do you hide your true self? What's wrong with being different?" Ayan looked at her, surprised that someone genuinely cared about him. He took off his mask, revealing a boy with messy hair and mismatched socks. He explained, "I used to think being different was bad, so I hid my true self behind this mask. But now I realize it's what makes me special." Sarah smiled and said, "You're right. I like your mismatched socks. They're awesome." Ayan beamed, feeling seen and accepted for who he truly was. That day, Ayan decided to stop hiding and be himself. He took off his mask and walked into class, feeling nervous but excited. His classmates stared at him, whispering among themselves. Ayan's heart raced, waiting for them to point out his mismatched socks or messy hair. But something unexpected happened. They started complimenting him. "Wow, you're even more handsome without the mask." "I agree. It takes a confident guy to rock mismatched socks." Ayan couldn't believe their reaction. He had been so sure they would laugh at him, but instead they admired him. From that day on, Ayan never wore the mask again. He realized that being himself was much more freeing than trying to be someone else. He and Sarah became best friends, sharing their quirks and interests. The classmates who once laughed at him for being different now encouraged him to pursue his passions. One day, Ayan's art teacher announced a school-wide art contest. All the students got excited except Ayan. He felt a wave of anxiety and hid under his desk. Sarah noticed his worried expression and asked, "What's wrong? Don't you want to participate?" Ayan sighed and said, "I'm scared they'll laugh at my artwork again." Flashback to a year ago. Young Ayan stood in front of the class showing his colorful alien drawing. The other kids burst into laughter. "Why is it green? It looks like a monster." Young Ayan's face flushed with shame. He dropped the drawing, dejected. Back in the present, Sarah held Ayan's hand and said, "You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But please don't let them hold you back. Your art is amazing." She helped him stand up and added, "Besides, you don't need to win. You already did when you decided to be yourself." Her words gave him strength. He realized that being true to himself was the biggest victory. He joined the art contest, showcasing his unique style and pouring his heart into his pieces. Whether he won or lost didn't matter. What mattered was that he had found his voice and wouldn't be silenced. In the end, Ayan didn't win the contest, but something even better happened. The art teacher praised him for his confidence and originality. His classmates, who once laughed at his art, now admired it. One of them even asked him for art tips. Ayan beamed, realizing that being himself had opened doors he never thought possible. Ayan continued to grow as an artist, finding joy in expressing himself. Sarah was by his side, cheering him on. Their genuine connection deepened, creating beautiful memories together. This story is brought to you by a sponsor. Remember, you don't need to fit in. You were born to shine just as you are. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.